Well, this is my first speech. I'm Mary Jo Bryan, and I'm running. I am a candidate for City Council here in Davis. The reason why. My firm commitment to the City of Davis and my ability to devote time and effort to the issues confronting our residents underscores my decision to run for the seat of the City Council. My 44 years of community involvement in Davis gives me the background to understand and to meet our current future challenges. Before I came to Davis in the 1960s, I was a sister of social service in a Catholic religious order. During my 8 years as a sister of social service, I worked in East LA and in East Oakland doing social work, community organization, and home visiting. When I left the order in 1969, I enrolled at UC Riverside and got to complete my degree in social work. I also met my husband there, Joel Bryan, a post-polio quadriplegic. We moved to Davis in 1973 when he was hired to launch the Disabled Students Program at UC Davis. I've lived in Davis for 44 years. For over 44 years, I was an active member and board member and president of the League of Women Voters in Davis. I've served and participated. I think the battery's out. I've served and participated on boards and organizations of Suicide Prevention of Yolo County, Yolo Interfaith Immigration Network, Yolo Community Foundation, to name a few, and I'm currently the president of Rancho Yolo Community Association. In the 70s and 80s, I was an active in the Davis schools as a parent, helper, PTA member, and president. And I also coached and served on the board for AYSO at the beginning. During the 80s and 90s, I worked for UC Davis Extension and organized public policy conferences on social concerns facing California, including runaway youth, child abuse, perinatal substance abuse, HIV and immigration. In 1990, I began working for Yolo County Alcohol and Drug Programs as a prevention outreach specialist. I organized and coordinated the county collaboration efforts to provide a continuum of services to chemically dependent pregnant and parenting women. As an outgrowth of this effort, I founded the Sister Friend Project that focused on providing trained community mentors who were paired with pregnant and parenting women who were in recovery. The program was expanded to include also teen parents and women that were involved in domestic violence. The program included weekly visits by mentors, parenting classes, workshops, and social opportunities. Also, from 1991 to 93, I was a supervisor at Helen Thompson's aide in Woodland. In the late 1990s, I became executive director of a nonprofit. Thank you. I became an executive director of a nonprofit and held that position until my husband, Joel Bryan, died in 2005. Not only had he launched the Disabled Students Program on the UCD campus, he had worked closely with the university and the City of Davis in implementing ADA accessibility throughout the city and the campus from 1973 to 89. In 2006, I went to Missouri for 2 years to be with my new grandchildren. But I returned in 2008 and immediately became involved in Choices for Healthy Aging, a group organized to collect information regarding desires and needs of Davis seniors who were interested in downsizing. As a result, when the canopy came to the City's Council, I began lobbying for smaller, single-story, and market-rate affordable housing for seniors, singles, first-time homebuyers, and the disabled in the Canopy project. The home builders agreed to develop plans for this kind of a house and homes, but because of costs and other factors, I do not believe that this design was ever used. It was my really first involvement with getting involved with, at that level of trying to get something through the City Council. Most recently, I worked for 2 years to save the Family First buildings, the campus there. I urged the City Council not to allow a zoning change and amendment to the general plan, so as to preserve the site for future public and or public uses that would benefit the City of Davis community. However, the council voted unanimously to allow the change that resulted in the campus being sold, demolished, to make room for 550 student dorm apartments complex. That's why I'm running for city council. I really believe that learning from those two big glass experiences, the problem with the planning issue, and I have developed a position paper which Rick just distributed so that you could see my positions on all these issues, so I wouldn't have to, so I could tell you about who I was. Anyway, so I'm happy to be here. It's my first public talk like this, and I look forward to more. Thank you very much.